gather around children of all different nations, and let's have a look at Dr. Seuss's most valued creation, about a bitter man whose understanding of the holiday was truly amiss. This is how the Grinch stole Christmas.
That is not what it's called.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's called the stolen Christmas presents.
Go to the back of the class.
I'm serious. In Germany, the story is called Die gestohlenen Weihnachtsgeschenke. Yeah, and we in Hungary call it Grinch. We call it come il Grinch rubo in Natale.
Hey! Let's clear things up. In all the different versions, it's pretty much the same. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, just written in the appropriate language, with the exception of German, where, as was said, it's called The Stolen Christmas Presents for some reason. Also in Japan, apparently the title is Nado no Christmasu, which I can only translate to The Christmas of the Nerd, one version being on Cartoon Network. Ah yes, because the nerd totally belongs in the Cartoon Network. But in all the versions, the story remains the same. The Grinch, the king of lay.
That's not what it's called.
Iceland, I will cram a shovel down your throat sideways if you don't stop talking. Do you understand?
He's a turtle.
Iceland, just because Shrek and the Grinch are both green, that doesn't mean that they're both trolls. Now, unless you want that shovel upside your head so hard they'll hear you down in Whoville.
You mean Felicelandia?
No, he means Quistacqua.
Oh my god, students! I will set the record straight as an arrow this time. In Iceland, the Grinch is referred to as a troll for some insane reason. Whoville is referred to as Quistacqua in Italian. In the Latin Spanish, the Whos are Felices, and they live in Felicelandia. And the Grinch himself is called... Wait, what?!
Odeon, what are you doing? You're supposed to be summoning your Egyptian god card!
Alright, so now we have everything cleared up. Let's keep going. So the Grinch hated Christmas, all its cheer and its sing, to the point where he thought he must stop this whole thing. No one knew why this hatred stood so tall. Perhaps it was because his heart was 2 sizes too
Hard.
2 sizes too hard?
No, it was just very hard. Hard like it was impossible there. You know that there?
Mais je crois que la raison la plus plausible tenait à son cœur, dur comme il n'est pas possible.
I mean, the book clearly shows a diagram with a heart being small, so I really don't know how you came to that delusion, but okay. And so as he thought of this cheerful cornucopia, the Grinch thought of an awful idea. Who said that? You better reveal yourself, or the whole class will have something to laugh about in a minute. Now who said it?
That's what he does.
What do you mean that's what he does?
Yes, he totally does. Listen.
Grozna idea.
Latin, Spanish, you're officially on my hit list. Don't mess with me or you will feel the wrath of God. Now let's continue. With a smile, he came up with his dirty, Grinchy trick. With this suit and this hat, he would look just like Saint Nick. Now, let's sing the song, everybody!
Yay!
You're in one, Mr. Grinch. Really are a hero. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as a hill, Mr. Grinch.
Hang on, hey!
You know that there?
You three,
Ja, da, tak.
what are you doing? You're making up your own lyrics!
Well, that's how the song goes in our language.
Well, yes, but we're singing in English. I mean, France has its own version of the song, but you don't see them singing random stuff now, do you?
No, we don't.
France, you're talking with your mouth. We've talked about this.
No, I mean we do not have a version.
What?
We don't have one.
So you narrate the story bits, but the songs you keep in English?
Oui.
On ne saura pas qui je suis.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Most of this book is songs. How the hell do you sing along?
Je sais pas moi.
I mean, so, Quebec, when you read the story, the way you must see it, the Grinch doesn't so much hate the Who's because of their Christmas cheer as much as because they don't speak French?
We are very nationalist people, sir.
Okay, raise your hand if you don't have a version of this song and you just listen to it in English.
We find people singing in English and interrupt them with Russian. Does that count?
Какой же вы подлый, мистер Гринч. Вы настоящий мерзавец. Вы такой же очаровательный, как угорь, мистер Гринч. У вас пустота вместо сердца.
You're as cuddly as a cactus.
No, it doesn't, Russian. Now put your hand up. Ugh. Okay. So yeah, most languages don't have their own versions of the song, which is insane, given that half the running time of this damn special is in song. There are creatives, though, like in Croatian and Polish, which are mostly keeping with the original, but with their own unique forms of insults. Like, I love this one line in Croatian: "You are a misery like no other. You are a rotten cheese, Mr. Grinch." Or in Polish, you have, "You're wearing me down, Mr. Grinch, like a fart roaring in your ear." What? Oh, and incidentally, the Polish also speak over the English.
You're a mean
Jesteś
one.
wstrętny, panie Grinch.
But at least they have the decency to try to keep the same beat and lower the English a little bit. Still dumb, but then maybe they had to do this. It appears as if the dubs never really got the original soundtracks to the Grinch music, so they kind of had to remake the music. Yeah, take a listen to this.
Seasick crocodile.
Then compare to the Croatian.
Odvratný vampír.
It's clearly intended to be similar, yet it's totally different. It's bizarre. Same for the German. Again, show English.
You're a monster, Mr. Grinch.
Then German.
Eine Gemeinheit, Mr. Grinch.
The whole song just sounds off because of these changes. Oh, speaking of sounding off, let's talk about the German. I mean, the English lines of the song are classic.
You're a monster. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul.
A mean one, a monster, a bad banana with a greasy black peel. All loving how bad the Grinch is. But then there are some of the lines in German.
Das ist Diebstahl, Mr. Grinch. Haben Sie denn keine Moral? Dafür werden Sie bezahlen. Es ist wirklich ein Skandal, Mr. Grinch.
It just sounds like the singer is trying to scold him into stopping. Remember that epic last line?
The three words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote: stink, stank, stunk.
Well, in German, it's...
Wenn man's ganz genau betrachtet, dann sind Sie ein Fall für die Polizei.
Yeah, the mystical green creature. The Grinch has just stolen Christmas? Call the cops on him. That'll solve your problems. Just about the most German reaction you can have to a situation like this.
Why do you make fun of me? I make song. Other students, they do nothing, and you don't make fun of them.
Is that why your version of the story doesn't rhyme?
Was?
Yeah, everybody else has a version of the story that rhymes.
Ses joies de 16 ans. Pourquoi personne n'en connaît la raison?
Que no soportaba ni su mención. Nadie puede decir por qué, ya que nadie sabe la razón.
But yours doesn't!
Der Grinch hasst Weihnachten. Er hasst die ganze Weihnachtszeit. Frag mich bitte nicht warum. Keiner kennt den Grund.
I mean, personally, I would say that having Dr. Seuss rhyme is probably the most important part of the story. Not making sure that the song portrays the Grinch as living in an authoritarian state. Why'd you do this? Oh, God, here he goes. Alright, let's keep moving on. So the Grinch steals Christmas, all the decorations, all the food, all the toys. Then he returns to his mountain to hear that glorious noise. The noise of every single Who going boo hoo hoo. But then the Who's woke up, and rather than being sad, every Who in Whoville seemed rather glad.
That's not the song the Who sing on Christmas.
Croatian, I swear to God, we've been over this.
No, I know everyone has their own version, except when they don't.
And we're singing in English, so just use the lyrics in English!
No, but the song itself is entirely different.
What?
The song is actually, oh, everyone will have a great time. Let's hang out, let's get together, let's laugh. All my relatives wear wildest wishes. Everyone laughs at the world.
Croatian, you can't just make up your own song and then put it into an existing story!
Well, I'm just saying.
And you're saying crap! Now leave the class now!
But
leave! Okay, so the Grinch realizes that Christmas is actually awesome. He drops his crap like an idiot. His heart grows 3 times that day, and he lifts the toys up with the strength of 10 men plus 2.
Well, actually...
Italian, I will whip your nuts off and feed them to you! Do you understand? Now what do you want?
I was going to say that he lifted up the sleigh with the strength of a winged lion.
E in lui la forza divenne quella di un leone alato. Gli si era finalmente allargato il cuore e nessuno lo poteva più fermare.
That's actually pretty dope. Thanks for sharing. He brings the crap back to the Who's and eats roast beast. There! The end! God!
Sir, why are you so angry?
Because I try to make this into a nice little thing to share with you, and it's just noise, 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 noise. Makes it so the whole thing is totally pointless. I'm sorry, students. I have a hard time being the teacher sometimes, but I shouldn't yell at you like that. I'm really sorry.
Do you hate us?
Sometimes, yeah. I honestly do. You're annoying. You're confusing. You make no sense. But even in my deepest of hatreds, I never leave you guys. You're all crazy and annoying, but you're also all special. And even if I don't say it very often, deep down, there's always something I love about you guys. Every single one of you. In fact, hey, Croatian.
Duh.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you want to teach us your Croatian version of the Who song?
Oh. Okay.
Thank you.